How many of you think that backpacking 30 miles in 3 days sounds like fun? Probably not many right off the bat. But I can tell you that I survived doing this, and I am so happy that I didn't turn the opportunity down. I was never an avid backpacker, let alone hiker, so I'm very happy that I was presented with this opportunity. You should never doubt yourself and what you're capable of doing, because you might miss out on something truly beautiful. We all just need to get out and explore and discover what beauty truly lies around us. I did my hike in May of 2013, and I'm so happy I was able to take in the beauty that Havasu Falls has to offer. Today I'm going to share with you some of the background on Havasu Falls, and you can learn a little bit firsthand of my experience and what I got to enjoy. First, I will tell you a little history and background on Havasu Falls, then we'll go into more detail about the falls around the reservation, and lastly, I'll share with you my personal hiking experience. Havasu Falls is located in Arizona, only about a 10-hour drive from Santa Clarita. It has become extremely popular over the last few years. This is by no means an easy hike. It is, when it's all said and done, we ended up doing a little over 30 miles. It's located on an Indian reservation called Supai, which is owned and operated by Indians to this day. According to the National Park Service 2016 website, Havasupai means people of the blue-green waters. The waters here was truly something spectacular. Definitely not something you'd expect to see after hiking in the dry canyon for 10 miles. You can choose which hike you want to hike. There's day hikes around the reservation, and you can choose which ones you'd like to hike to. This particular hike has attracted thousands of people each year. Everyone is so intrigued and wants to enjoy the waters around the reservation. It is definitely interesting to see how they run and operate their reservation day to day. They have no means of transportation besides mules, which are like big donkeys. They also have helicopters that take their goods and people in and out of the canyon, but this is a very rare commodity where normally it's all mules that take people and things in and out. You can choose to carry in your own backpack, or you can pay the mules or helicopters to do it for you. It just depends on what kind of challenge you're up for. So now you know a little bit about the background in the falls. Let me talk about the different day hikes that you can take around the reservation. There are 5 different falls. Today I'm going to be talking about 3 that were my favorite. The first one is that you come to at the campground is 50-foot Falls, and it is truly breathtaking. This fall is something that takes your breath away. 50-foot Falls, it offers giant pools that you can swim into, and is surrounded by the Travertine Rock. Another is called Mooney Falls, which is absolutely gorgeous, and you can take in its beauty from the top, but it's definitely not the same as if you descend down to the bottom. In order to do this, you have to rappel down a 200-foot chain and rope ladder, which is a very dangerous descent if you aren't careful. I learned on October 12th when reading Grand Canyon Secrets that Mooney Falls got its name from Daniel Mooney, who in 1882 was so intrigued by the falls himself that he wanted to descend on his own when he slipped and fell, unfortunately not making it. This allowed me to overcome my personal fear of heights. Once you're at Mooney Falls, you can choose to hike on to Beaver Falls, which is another 3 miles. It is definitely the most secluded, probably being that it is the farthest of the 5. This waterfall offers a cascading effect, and you can also swim in the pools that are at the falls. According to Grand Canyon Secrets 2016 article, Beaver Falls is about the adventure of getting there. This is definitely true because you go through what feels like a jungle. You also must wade through knee-high water, go into caves, through caves, and up and over different rock formations in order to get to the fall. But it was definitely worth the work to get to each and every one of the different waterfalls. So now you have a better understanding of what the falls are like. Let me share with you my personal hiking experience at Havasu Falls. When I was first told about doing this hike, I thought there's no way I could possibly do this. But once my family started showing me the pictures, I thought, okay, this is something I definitely have to do. You want to make sure you invest in some good hiking gear, and you will have it forever. Hiking in the canyon wasn't that bad until the very end. The last mile is definitely the toughest. It's all switchbacks the last mile, which make it extremely difficult because you can see the top where you need to get to, but you feel like it's impossible. I kept having to tell myself 1 foot in front of the other. Another stressful thing is the fact that you have to ration out your water to make sure that you have enough to last throughout the whole hike. I was definitely down to the last few drops. One of the greatest sights to see, though, was the Indian at the top of the mountain selling the ice-cold Gatorade. This is one of the best things I've ever spent a few dollars on. So now you have a better understanding of what the falls are like. Let me tell you about okay. So now you have an insight in history and you know more about the specific falls, a little bit more about the history of Havasu Falls. And I shared with you my personal hiking experience. Completing this hike gave me the greatest feeling of accomplishment, and I feel like everyone should get out and explore what true beauty Havasu Falls has to offer.